So I'm here to quickly talk about this, the Sony A6100. I'm gonna really do some test shots. I had my hands on it for a couple of weeks and I'm gonna really see what's the difference between this and my Sony A6600. And I don't think there's that much of a difference other than some small things. Of course with my figurines, because that's the only models I have right now. And I actually wanna play around and see what this could do and compare it to with my A6600. The Sony A6100 is a 24.2 megapixel APS sensor with an ISO that ranges from 100 to 3200 with an amazing number of 51,200 expandable ISO. Don't even ask me what that means. I just know it could do it. The autofocus is actually one of the highlights of this camera. Even though I have not taken any pictures myself with this camera, it takes excellent pictures with the autofocus actually doing its thing. Even though I don't normally shoot most of my shots whenever I'm taking pictures, I usually just go with a manual setting, but the autofocus setting on here is actually pretty dang on good. Okay, so I'm out here in my patio and I'm about to do a behind the scenes of a light production. Well, I shouldn't say light production, I should say a pre-production of a lighting setup that I'm trying to get proper before I actually do the shoot for my short that I'm shooting. So this camera, the A6100, is going to be my little test camera for the behind the scenes and the setup of the lights, as well as I'm reviewing the camera right now. And I also want to play with the lenses because I'm hoping I could possibly use these lenses on the short that I'm shooting. So I'm going to play around with the different lenses as well as the Sony A6100. I won't use the camera on the short itself, maybe, but I will definitely, hopefully, get to use the lenses. But either way, this is a highlight of the behind the scenes as well as a review on the A6100 by Sony. So to close this whole thing out, the Sony 6100 is an actually pretty good camera for beginners. It's lightweight, works very well with the Sony Trio. The batteries that come with it, I have to say, are not the longest lasting, but they work pretty well. I don't remember the name, so I'll show you in the video what they look like, but they do pretty well. The owner has two smart decision. I'm sure there's batteries that you can get with this that are made by a third-party company. I have a third-party company, battery company, but I think the name of Watson. I have two of them that mimic my Sony battery that comes with the camera, and those last me all day. I could go all day with those batteries. So, but these batteries, I'm not so sure. The low performance, as you saw, works really great at high ISOs. I was impressed with just the natural lighting from the TV in itself. So, but the low light capabilities were pretty good in that setting with that light. If you are in the market for buying a camera and you want to start out with the Sony body and you don't want to spend too much and you don't want to spend an arm and a leg, the Sony A6100 is a good start for you, even in 2025. I'm a believer that the camera itself isn't always the thing you should always look for in what it could do. It's definitely the lens that really where the investment comes in, and that really makes a difference. But for now, this camera here really works wonders. If I had it, I'd use it pretty much every day. But other than that, I like the camera, so I'm out.